So let's remember that we have warm and cool colors. So these are my warm colors, things that look warm to the touch, and then cool colors, things that look like they would be cool to the touch. And remember that colors, they can act in positive and negative ways. Some of the things you could say about warm colors are they make you happy, or they feel safe, like a warm fuzzy feeling. But the negative part of that could be that you're angry or there's rage there, right? So, colors and color schemes can work in more than just one way. With cool colors, you could say that the cool colors are calming and peaceful. But if you take it a step further and you think about negative, it could be that they're depressing, right? Gloomy. So colors and color schemes work both ways. But we're going to do a project that works with warm and cool colors. And first what we need is 2 sheets from our sketchbook. So if you pull out 2 sheets, you also need a pair of scissors, and it would be very helpful if you had some tape. If you don't have tape, you're going to have to get creative with how you do this. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we want to cut off the rough edge. So keep the 2 pieces of paper lined up and try your best to go with the line that's already there. You're just going to cut off the rough pieces. Okay, this next part is important for keeping up with things. We're going to turn it sort of this landscape orientation. And in the corner, I just want you to put a dot with your pencil on both sheets, okay? This is going to help us know how the paper is oriented. Now we need to do an accordion fold. So hopefully you've done this before, making fans as a kid. You're going to make a fan, but you're going to be folding both pieces and you're going to go back and forth. Now it's really important that you don't start making the folds bigger or smaller, that they're the same every time you fold it. So be very precise that you're not getting any bigger or getting any smaller with these folds. Okay, so I did my accordion fold, but then this last bit, you can see this last bit is longer. So I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to use my scissors and cut off the last bit. Don't cut the folds, just cut off the extra, okay? And then let's open it up and separate the pieces, okay? So what we're going to do is take a look from one way. If I look this way, how many pieces do I see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if I look this way, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now yours might be a different number, but mine seems to be 5 and 5, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, if yours is 4 and 6 or yours is 5 and 6, then that's fine. You just need to keep that in mind. So, but mine is 5 and 5. I see 5 one way and 5 the other way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So I'm going to cut right here. Okay, so these are going to be the pieces that go on one side of the Agamograph, and this is going to be the 5 that are seen from the other side of the Agamograph. Now I'm going to use 2 color schemes here. I'm going to use a warm color scheme on one and a cool color scheme on the other. So what I'm going to do now is just paint warm and cool with my watercolors now. So I've gotten started and realized that it might be helpful to have this tape down. That's what the tape was for. So if you don't have tape, you have to get creative in how you're going to hold your tape down. Paper down. So I have my warm colors over here on the left, and now I'm going to put cool colors on the right. So I have let my warm and cool masterpieces dry. I've also added a little Sharpie just to have some detail, and now I'm going to untape them. All right, so we are going to start by putting a strip. We're going to put on the first strip where the dot is, we're going to put warm. Then on the next strip, we're going to put cool. Then we're going to go back to warm, cool, warm, cool. And just to help me out, I'm going to write myself some notes. So this is warm, cool, warm, cool, warm, cool, warm, cool, warm, cool. Now you'll know if it's right if you look at it from the side and I see all W's there. If I look at it from this side, I see all C's for cool. So what we're going to do now is we're going to cut these where the fold lines were, and then we're going to glue them down where they should go on our main form. If you need to crease it again so you can see. So this first warm piece is going to go here where it says warm. So I'm going to glue that down there with my glue stick. I'm going to fit it in there, in that spot. Okay. Then I'm going to cut the next piece from my warm and glue it where it says warm again, which is here in this third one. So I'm going to glue this one here. So now I continued cutting the strips and gluing them in order everywhere it said W for warm. Now I'm going to do the same thing with my cool. I'm going to cut a strip and put it where it says cool. Cut another strip and put it where it says cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, when you have all of your pieces glued down, it might be helpful if you try to fan fold it again, just so that bottom piece remembers what it's supposed to do, okay? And the cool thing should be that when we look at it from one side, we see one color scheme, and as we move to the other side, we see the other color scheme. I'm going to lay it down and try to move the document camera. It's not cooperating with me very well, okay? So one color scheme here. Second color scheme here. Having trouble. One color scheme here. Different color scheme here. That is an Agamograph. It's much cooler when you just move it with your head.